something that is right that the teacher is speaking.
I think, I mean, God bless the Honorable Minister for Education, Honorable Dr. Yaro Seduchi. Yesterday got this STEM Innovation Challenge, at the Legon.
So you were there?
I was there. Okay. There was this guy from Rara.
Okay.
If you look at the confidence with which the guy was speaking, he will be asked a question and he will tell the person. I think the moderator asked him, how was he going to help, his other friends or colleagues to get the concept that he has, so that they are also able to use the same, inventions to help themselves. And he was like, it's not that it's not now that we are going to teach people. We have taught people and they are even using it now. That kind of confidence to stand in front of somebody and speak to the person. I also watched another thing with the Presec students who came. When they asked the question, instead of standing behind the table, they walk to the front and see the gestures and the expression on their faces.
The level of confidence.
Confidence, all right. Now, I think that is what this new curriculum has been able to do. You can see that in your own children, they are expressing themselves. It's just so beautiful. And sometimes I look back and I say, we thank God for everything, because if you look at the kind of lecturing that we're giving our students, and the first thing the teacher will tell you when he's going to start teaching is to tell you that exams, so you are just being prepared for an examination. And so it's like what for school exams we are not ready. But this time the minister said, no, everything you are being taught, we want to see it, manifest it in the physical, and let's see it. And I think for what I saw, it's a beautiful, because that's a reflection of what is going on in our secondary schools. Wow. It's a beautiful.
That's good. I think recently the minister said something, and people subjected him to a lot of insults and whatever. But I think he did mention the right thing. He said that, one, we have tamed the children in our classrooms. 2, we give the children what we want them to take. They swallow it, and then they give the same thing back to us.
And we say they are the best.
And we say they are the best, and that is wrong. Everybody must understand. I think somebody I read this thing on Facebook that there was this critic, and the person was saying that they have tamed people, headmasters and whatever, in the various schools, and he is talking about taming children. But the issue is, if that was what we learned yesterday, and as a result of that, people in the home of our affairs are being tamed, does it mean that we need to continue with that same ideology? No. The person is saying that let us run away from that concept that is not helping us, because that is not the way the whole world is going today. And so we need to make sure that we all use the concept that the whole world is using, so that the Ghanaian child we are seeing today, tomorrow
can compete.
On the world market. We don't have our own world, as a country. We are part of the whole world. And so what we need to do is that we have to look at what the whole world is doing, the way the whole world is going, and then we also go the same way. And so I think that he was just prompting us as to what was happening in the classroom, and that we need to appreciate it, so that as soon as possible we really will come back to what we have to do. So the children we're having today, it's rather unfortunate that we live in a part of the world where children who are so confident are tend Ibenism, or I don't know how to put it. That is what happens in our part of the world. A child is so confident, and people see that child as being naughty,
proud, arrogant,
or proud, or whatever. All we need to do is that, look, it is very bad. routine as one of the things that helps to boost the confidence of the child, and so that we just come away from the era when you're living in the same house with the next door neighbor and your child is so confident and people criticize the child as being what adult oriented somebody. No, we have to, so that we put our children out there to become so confident. If you are children who are confident, they go out there and nobody intimidates them.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So now, I'm here with Mr. Solomon Atete, who is a lecturer at the West End University at Wager and also a lecturer at the Center for Teacher Development, Ghana. And we are discussing the art of learning. Now, Mr. Nati, you mentioned that the child, from the day the child is born, we need to start building their confidence level. What it means is that parents may have to contribute something so that the child going to school, if the child comes from a home where he's allowed to express him or herself and goes to school, is likely that, or it will be easier for the teacher to continue from there.
Yeah.
So if you have a child at home who is always being intimidated or being pressed down, then he goes out and thinks that the way I'm behaving at home, I've been trained at home, I'm supposed to go out there because that's the right way.
And that is what we in our part of the word term as respect.
Great.
When we tame children,
we say they respect,
and they can't do anything, we see them as being respectful.
One of the things I feel very bad about is when my children need something from me, they are using the word please, please.
They can't even ask you, and they have to go lobby through their mother to come and tell you that. The children should be able to come to you directly. You put them into school, and so anything they need from the school, they should come to you and tell you this is what we need. And if it is you don't have it at that moment, you just have to plead with them and explain it to their understanding that yes, this thing you are asking for is very important in terms of your education, but give me some time, maybe a week or two, and let me see what I can do to organize it for you. If you do that, I mean, you're helping your children to become so confident.
And I think that the focus must be on the children. I think the Deputy Minister for Education, Honorable Reverend Intim Forjo, has really been being on the basic education, especially the children, this play thing, he's really been involved in that. Now, let's look at education. I mean, like you mentioned, the teacher who is saying that they have been tamed and we want the children, like just the example that you gave. So it means that whatever we become as students or as teachers starts from the day we are born. So what should parents do or not do so that before the child goes to school, you have not set the child at a certain level where it makes it difficult for the teacher to even continue from building that child up? Because teachers do what they have to do. But when the children are home, what parents teach them, 90% is what they exhibit when they go to school. So our teachers will tell you that
yeah.
So it means that parents or guardians have a lot of influence
yes,
on the character of children, what they exhibit about. So what should they do and what shouldn't they do to make sure that these children that we have are confident and they can come out and do whatever they want to do?
You see, let me give you this scenario. Children learn a lot from the home. Sometimes these things they learn become recessive. They don't come out. Then when they get to a point where they put them or we put them into school and now they start talking, then they will begin to exhibit some of these things they learned from the word go in the home. Now, when these things begin to happen, then we attribute it to what? The school. When the child was not in school, the child was not doing that. And that the thing was learned from school. A habit is built by a period of time. And that is what learning is about. That is why we say it is a relatively permanent change in behavior.
Okay.
So what happens is that some of these things are from the house, influence. And so as parents, one, we shouldn't subject our children to unnecessary insults. A lot of insults will intimidate the children, leading to the children not becoming confident.
Okay.
And the same way, if you get to the school, facilitators must also make sure that they don't insult the children. You see, if you are just insulting the children as a facilitator or whatever, it means you don't even understand the work you are doing. I have been telling teachers that, look, whatever it is that the child does that is so bad that you see, is what's in the child. And that is why the child is in school. And so it is your responsibility to make the child aware of the fact that what you have just done is not good, it is bad. And so next time do not repeat it, but rather do this. But then if we see some of these things and we are taken aback, as if to say that this thing must not happen on this planet Earth, then we won't have solutions to them.
We won't have solutions. Thank you very much. So you cannot get in touch with us. We want to hear from you on the 0302 2080 80 0302 2080, or you can call on 0244 229 505 0244 229 505 0244 229 505 or 0302 2080 80. Thank you. Mr. Nate, you can continue.
Yeah, so as I was saying, our facilitators should make sure that they begin to use those pedagogies or methods of teaching that will help the children to become confident. And the only way they can do that is to create that kind of interactive classroom where the children also have the opportunity to come out with their opinions. We should go beyond the traditional method of teaching where a teacher will go and borrow somebody's previous year's note rating. You go to stand in front of the children, then on the board you write everything, then and ask the children to copy. And after that, you are questioning, and sometimes you question them, they will tell you that they are writing notes, and then I will explain later. What kind of concept is that?
Wow.
We should leave those things. Get into the classroom, just create a situation where the children will learn. We have various ways of learning. We have the imitative type of learning, then we have the incidental learning. We have what we call the direct learning. That is the situation where you go to stand and tell the children everything you think they have to imbibe. But that does not create a lot of interactive classroom. Yes, but if you want to use the incidental type of learning, you just subject the children to a project. Yes, put a topic in there, then ask them to read something that will help them to look for something. And when you do that, we see as they read incidentally, they will come up with the things what they are looking for. So that out of that small project you gave them, they have new things to learn from there. Other than that, you can also put them into groups and what have you.
All right. Thank you very much. So finally, you're looking at this country. We just, like I talk about STEM innovation challenge that we did, the national STEM innovation challenge that we just had. It tells you that it is working. What can we do as a country, having one vision to do A, B, C, D? What advice would you give to I saw Minister going to the moderator of Presbyterian Church and talking to them about the fact that he needs them to come on board to help push education in this country. So in other words, he's trying to involve chiefs and all these people so that everybody gets the understanding of what he wants to do or government wants to do. What advice would you give to the general public, to teachers, to stakeholders, people that are concerned with education in terms of helping people get understanding of what education is and using that knowledge they receive into that practical term which can help build this country?
Yes, thank you very much. What I want to say is that what the minister has started doing is very, very good. It's very important. Asking the missions to come on board. Yes, our chiefs, they must all come on board, because you see, the community owns the schools.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Yes, the community, be it private or what, or public schools. Yes, these schools belong to the communities.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people who within the community who are not facilitated, but can become resourceful to the children within the community. And these people should not hesitate at all to just be willing to help in the school once they are called upon to come and then help in a certain way. There are a lot of things that what our children are supposed to be doing, especially when it comes to project works and what have you. And there are people in the communities who are there who have the in-depth knowledge as to some of these things, and so they need to give support. They shouldn't think that I am not the teacher, your teacher is supposed to know everything, and so no, we have gone past that era. So the community must get involved. The churches, everybody must get on board. As the minister is saying, so that yes, we can criticize if things are not going well. Let us say them. But once you are talking about the thing, you are suggesting certain solutions that would help to solve the problem. And I think that if we do this, everybody will be happy in the next few years to come. Our facilitators, they are doing very well.
Yes.
And that I feel that we can still do more. We can still break our tax down in the classrooms to help the children to learn more. And so that our children in the next few years to come can compete with the children from the other world, so that Ghana will become a better place for all of us.
God bless you so much. I have a message here. It says, good morning to you, Mr. Abraham Edu. You're doing a great job. My question is, how do I build confidence in my child? I think there's a question someone is asking. How do you build confidence in your child?
Yes, if you want to build confidence into your child, the first thing to do is to start interaction. You watch the whites. Most often, irrespective of how little the child is, they take the child. Even if the child cannot walk, they take them and they walk them around the community. And in the midst of that, they communicate with that. Even when the child is sucking, even in the womb, you can communicate with the child. Just interact with the child. So
confidence is built through communication.
Yes, if you start that, you are building confidence.
And then you mentioned also...
Yesterday, I met a parent who was telling me that his boy didn't live with him. So the boy grew up before coming to him. So the boy finds it difficult coming closer and what have you. And so I was telling him that, no, you have to break that barrier. And the best thing to do is that during the weekends or even on any day that you are home, if the child is also at home, yes, you just ask them, come along with me, let's get down there within your community. Just take the child into and be talking about the things within the community with the child. You are creating that that kind of bond between you and the child, and in no time the child will have that confidence in you. The child will know that, I can talk about this with my mom, my dad, and there'll be no problems.
All right, thank you very much. That was Mr. Solomon Atita, who's a lecturer at the Center for Teacher Development Ghana, and also a lecturer at West End University at Wager. We want to say a big thank you, Honorable Dr. Yao Saidu Chum. God bless you so much, Ministry of Education, all the directors of the 16 regions of this country. God bless you so much for what you are doing for this country. I think we can't pick your calls. I'm sorry. Our time is up. Sorry. Our time is up. Sorry. We pray that next week to you, John. Next week, what we are going to be doing is this. You know, the minister was at the National Education Week. That was at the National Theatre. Accra International Conference Center. And so next week we're going to play a speech that he delivered next week. So stay tuned. We're going to hear the voice of the minister next week. It's very important that we listen to the things he said at the conference. It's very, very important. We don't take those things for granted. So we are going to be playing the voice. And I believe that we'll get a lot of information from that voice. So next week, please don't leave us. Stay with us. God bless all of you who did the listening. I've seen a lot of calls on the phone, but unfortunately we can't pick them. Our time is up. God bless you so much for listening to us. I'm Abraham Edu, and together with my team, we want to say a good morning to you, and we thank you for listening to us. God bless you. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
With our sanitation drone called Sunny Drone, with automated waste bin. Now, starting with the automated waste bin, this waste bin has sensors that when you approach it, it opens by itself for you to drop in your trash. And then it is having a weight sensor that when the trash is up to a certain weight, let's say 20 kilograms, it presses down the weight sensor such that it goes on a lockdown mode. So at the lockdown mode, it sends a signal to the drone company because it has a GPS that sends a signal to the drone company that the waste bin is full, and it sends its location to the drone company. So over here we have our drone. That's how our system works. As when you get closer to it, it opens and then it closes. That's the automated bin. Over here we have our drone, and with this drone, it carries a weight of 3 kg because it's a prototype. And then what happens here is that when the waste bin sends the notification that at this location it is full, the drone goes with an empty waste bin to go and replace the waste bin that is full. So that is basically our project.
Okay, so if I see you have electrical gadgets connected to the bin.
Yes, it's
right.
automated.
Now it's automated. So how does the drone comes? How does the disconnection take place before the garbage is lifted?
Normally it comes like this.
Okay.
And then it will carry it with this. So normally, you see, the stand is in the factory.
Okay.
Every drone is supposed to be on a stand. So when it's flying, it doesn't fly with the stand.
Okay.
It doesn't fly. The drone goes and then when it lands on its stand.
Okay.
So then it comes to pick the bin. I want to show you the sample of the message it will send. What sample? The message is sent to the So this is a sample. It will send that drone number this at this location is full, and then when you tap on the link, tap on the link, it tells you that the drone is at the bin is at Legon campus.
Okay.
So that is how.
So it comes to Legon campus to come
and
in.
then get to the location and then picks it.
Picks the bin. So
Picks
how
the
is
bin.
the bin replaced after it gets?
Because it's coming with an empty bin.
Okay, so it comes.
Immediately.
So there are people there who manually do the changing, or it's the drone.
When the drone is coming at the office,
okay,
it comes with an empty bin. So people will put it on put an empty bin.
Okay, okay.
But when it comes, it puts down the empty bin.
Okay.
And then carries the
so it's controlled from the office.
Yes.
Okay.
And then when it gets to the dumping site, human beings also offload.
Okay, great.
So that's how.
Okay, all right, great. So
So my boy here will come. Okay, you've not tried the battery. Okay, else would have let you see.
okay, how it works. Okay, okay. So
with the sanitation drone and then our automated waste bin, as my coach said, it works with a GSM model. The GSM model with this button sends a notification as you saw first in her presentation. So the drone automatically carries a bin from the office when the SMS is sent. The reason why the SMS is sent to her is to prove to you how everything works. Automatically that SMS is sent to the office is transferred to the signals. The bin is placed under it. This you see here are called servo motors. So when it clicks on the bin, this is its normal structure. So it comes down to click on a bin. They are attachments, but we didn't add it because we wanted to stand.
okay.
It clicks on the bin, brings another one, raises it up with what we call our Arduino microcontroller. and then comes, drops it, picks this bin, and then when it is full, this button here is pressed. We brought every connection outside for to see how everything works. But when it's inside, you don't mostly see all these things.
Oh, okay.
So the weight on the bin presses on this button. So when the button is pressed on, the maker of 2 minutes. Give me a phone. A notification comes with a location. Everything works fine. So I don't know if you can wait for 2 minutes, but the message will come. The message goes to the office, and then everything circulates.
Okay, so what you are trying to do is waste management.
Yes.
That's what you are doing. So like a company like Zoom Lion,
Yes.
if they take this app, so it means that the cars are no longer coming to pick.
No.
So-
and then the human labor is seriously reduced.
Okay.
And then the disease spread of diseases and things, because this, when it is full, it's on a lockdown mode, so you can't put in another.
Okay.
And immediately it is full. We're sending the message that the drone should come for it.
Okay.
So there's no delay.
Okay.
And then because the drone too is not a human being to have a feeling, to say I'm sick, my mother is sick, so I can't come to work. 24/7.